Hello everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to Spirit World Insights. You are joining me on a walk today out near the ocean, and Archangel Metatron, of course, is here prompting this video and its topic today. So I'm just going to take you with me on a walk and talk as he channels through the information that is meant for you in whatever capacity that might be. So what he's bringing up first is being willing to actually step outside your comfort zone, to take a walk, not on the dark side, but maybe on the dark side of your shadows, maybe on the unseen side. In other words, going places that you've never been, opening yourself up to expansions that you never imagined or even knew were out there, and allowing your own angels, guides, your own higher self to be your guide. And I mean that literally, like literally guiding you on this new path, in this new direction. And despite what your mind might be telling you, because chances are, if you are locked into a norm, then the mind is going to resist. It's going to say, nope, you're taking me outside my comfort zone. There will be survival issues, and therefore it's going to hem and haw and give you every reason in the world not to go. But when you feel your heart chakra emanating, vibrating, and sharing its own perspective, and it happens to be different than what your mind is saying, then you, my friend, have a choice. And it could be that your guides are kind of having you test the waters. They're not saying you've got to jump now, go now, walk now, drive now, fly now, whatever that might be. But it could be that they're saying, let's test the waters. Show me that you trust me. Because I can tell you, my guides do that with me all the time. They're like, how much do you trust us? And I don't know about you guys, but it takes my mind into backwash of memories of all these ways that it's not gonna work. And yet my heart is telling me that happiness is down that path, on that road, over there. And so, thankfully, through time and experience, I have actually learned the essence, the joy, the gratitude, the happiness that has come from taking those chances and actually following my heart instead of my head. So I'd like you to ask yourself today, what are you being drawn to? Because as light workers, as star seeds, you are being called for something. Maybe it's to the elements in a way that you've never been called before. Maybe you've been called to learn, understand, and utilize fire to start burning away those impurities, those dark sides that are coming up, ready to be processed back into the light, back to love. Maybe some of you are being drawn out to the waters of the planet. Maybe it's just to a nearby creek. Some of you might be drawn out to oceans like this. And then what happens? They say, look down, look around, right? You can feel your heart pulling you down. Maybe you find something like a feather. Maybe you find a special rock that you just feel so inclined to pick up, right? Any one of these things, these are tools that you can then utilize, put your intention into, and then place into the waters. Ask yourself, is there an alignment with that? Does something sync up with what Metatron is saying right now about this? Because if it is, then you can take one of these tools, again, whatever it might be. Maybe it's just a rock, maybe a feather, maybe even a stick. And when you pick it up and you place it upon your heart and you pray your intention, whatever it is that's just coming into your own intuition at that time. Maybe it's a prayer, maybe it's a song, maybe it's a mantra, maybe it's just a suggestion and desire, maybe it's a love for the planet, for humanity as a whole. And then you place it upon that tool that you've just picked up. And then that vibration, that energy, you can store and brand into it and seal it in with a figure 8 3 times, and then give it to the water. No matter how small that water may be. It doesn't matter, because water travels. It finds its way from some of the smallest places to some of these big, massive places, like here in Alaska. I know that some of you are doubting it. Some of you, even though you are fully awake, you are doubting it. And you're thinking, how can one little rock, how could that possibly make a difference? My friends, trust me. Trust Metatron. Trust your own higher self. It does. That vibration and love that you put in to whatever it is that you then toss out into the water, it is carried. It is utilized in the way that the planet wants and needs it. Not only at that time, but it actually stores it. Metatron says it stores it, he's actually using the word, as up to eons, eons of time, for when it is needed, when it is almost like cracked open and brought to the surface so that it can heed its, it's like heed that intention that you've put into it. You guys, it could be so simple as just trusting. Look, that looks like a heart, right? In that rock. You know, trust your instincts. Trust your guides. They are here to share with you. They're here to help expand you, but you're not gonna expand if you stay where you are. Okay? There's not as much expansion if you're staying in one spot. Let yourself breathe. Trust that you'll be taken care of. They will not disappoint you. I'm talking about your guides. They won't disappoint you. They will lead you exactly where you need to be when you need to be there. Exactly where you need to be when you need to be there. And they will make sure that you are taken care of. That you do learn, grow, appreciate and find the joy in everything that you experience. Be patient with yourself. I can say this. Metatron is reminding me that, all the times, he's like, all the times I come to you, have I ever brought you into something and dumped you in without any warning? Your guides are really good about, again, helping you test those waters. They kind of bring you into the awareness and wean you in to the expansion. If they are dropping you into something unseen, unheard, unknowing, in other words, then they would have a reason for that. What do these waters call you to today? What kind of expansion are you being led? Is there a message? I'm going to be quiet for a moment. What's calling you? Is it the bird saying, come on, let's take flight? Maybe it's the sound of the little airplane over there that's going out on an adventure, out to visit the glaciers. Maybe you can feel the sand calling you, warmth on your feet. Maybe it's the sun. The sun saying, just come breathe with me. Come feel with me. Expand with me. Grow with me. Renew with me. You can do this. We can do this. Yep. The bird's like, we can. We know we can. Come on, just do it. All right, so this week coming up, you guys, ask yourself, are you feeling an expansion on the horizon? Are you feeling drawn into something new? And even if it scares you, even if your mind is saying, don't do it, but your heart says yes, then trust. All right, from the oceans of Alaska, from Archangel Metatron and myself, thank you for joining us today. One last view. Have a beautiful weekend.